What's going on, guys? The Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new LEGO Star Wars 2025 set review. And today I'm reviewing Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter set. This is at 75400. It ages 6 plus, has 89 pieces in one minifigure. I also got this set at the North Point Mall's LEGO store last month, and this set costs $15 here in North America and around the world for the lineup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So here is Koon himself, and I'm so happy that LEGO brought him back after so many years, because it has been a while since we've gotten a Koon minifigure for the Star Wars theme. And I had the old one before, well, I used to since I was a kid, where I have the old Jedi Starfighter set for the character himself, but I tossed that away while I was doing some spring cleaning last year at my old house before I moved here this year. But now I'm so glad LEGO made a new one is what I meant to say, so I could get my hands on him so I could add him into my collection. So I love the headpiece for Plo Koon, since I feel like that's like a rubber or a plastic look for the headpiece itself, because they really nail the detailing and the design for Plo Koon's head, and they totally nailed it, since I like those like pointy parts for his face in that like gunmetal gray color scheme. The eyes look pretty good in my opinion, because they freaking nailed it. And he does come with that classic blue lightsaber piece as his accessory, so we do get the same lightsaber pieces in different colors. So let's set that aside so I can show you Plo Koon without it. So here he is without the lightsaber, and I was just getting a little dust off of his feet. So yeah, I love the torso printing, which you could see. I love the Jedi robes for him in that like a dark brown color scheme. I love the silver detailing for the belt for the character, which is nice. The waist printing looks pretty good, since they did a good job on that. The toes and leg printing look pretty good, since I love the design for the leg printing with the part of the Jedi robes with the tan detailing. And yeah, that looks phenomenal for the character himself. And spinning him around, this is what his back torso printing looks like with his Jedi robe outfits. I love the back of the belt with the silver parts, which you can see on the left or right side of the bottom part of the torso. And the back torso printing looks good. I love the back design for his head, and I love the detailing for the left and right side of the head. So yeah, they just did a really good job with this minifigure, and I'm so happy that LEGO brought him back after so many years, because we want him back in the theme itself. So that is it for Plo Koon. Now, before we get into the build, let's take a look at the head of the R7 astromech. Here is the head of R7, and this is a pretty nice little piece that you get in the set. So this is the only piece for him. So we don't get like the rest of his body for the character itself, and hopefully in the future LEGO will make a larger remake of Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter, so we can have the whole body of R7, because they did that a lot of all those years ago is what I meant to say, since like I said, I used to have this set, but I no longer have it since I tossed it away for like spring cleaning. But still, I love the printing design for the front of R7, since I love the white, the brown, the red, and the black design, and I love the little eye for him on the center part of his face. So yeah, I love the red squares in that red circle for like the light up effects for R7. And take a look at the top part of the dome, which you can see I love the detailing for the left or right side of R7's head, which is pretty nice. So take a look at the left side, we have that nice detailing for like the rest of the black lining texture. The brown lining texture is what I meant to say. I got all the colors mixed up. So I left the brown rectangles on the top part of the head, and even on the left side of the head. And yeah, it looks pretty good. And take a look at the right side, we have the different design for it. So we have the different looks for the brown rectangles and the brown lining texture, which is pretty nice. And take a look at the back of the head, we have like some parts of the head, which you can see we have that same red circle again for like the light up effects, and that looks pretty good. I love the design for the head. So very nice piece for R7. And again, hopefully in the future LEGO will make another Plo Koon Jedi Starfighter again, but in a bigger scale look, so we can have the full body of R7 like how they used to do it in the past, since I would love for that to happen. So that is it for that piece in the Plo Koon minifigure. Now let's take a look at the Starfighter. Here's the Jedi Starfighter itself, and I love how nice and colorful this build really is, because I honestly love things that are pretty colorful. And yeah, I love like some of the shaping and the angles of the build, and at least it still looks pretty phenomenal for the way it is. So take a look at the entire front part. So yeah, I did put R7 back on that little spot right there, and we do get that yellow square piece for like the coloring design for the ship itself. I love the pointy parts for the front of the Starfighter. That looks pretty good. I love the dark blue and the white color scheme, and we do get two stud shooters on the left and right side of the build that we will get into later on. And we're going to take a look at like the top part of the ship. So we have that nice design for the color scheme for those pieces, which is the white pieces in the dark blue or the navy blue color scheme, which is nice. So yeah, I love the design on that for the top part of the ship. And we have that cheat slope piece and that translucent look to represent like the glass or the windshield piece for the ship itself. And take a look at the right side of the build. So yeah, we have the stud shooter as I mentioned, and we have the other angle for R7, and we have that clip piece that you can store Plo Koon's lightsaber underneath that we will get into later on. And we have that like thruster on this area of the build, and yeah, we have like that nice detailing for the ship itself. I love this side of the ship itself, and I love the building techniques for it. I just thought they really nailed it. And take a look at the left side, we have the exact same thing in the different angle for R7, which I already showed you. And this is what the back of it looks like with the thrusters and the different parts for the wings. Well, actually, just the back of them is what I meant to say. We had that little storage area for Plo Koon to sit down. So yeah, I love the detailing for the thrusters and everything else. And take a look at the bottom of the ship. Here's what it looks like. So I love the bottom detailing for the ship. We have those like light gray like slope pieces to represent like the landing pads for the ship itself. And we do get that white clip as I mentioned. That is for the storage for Plo Koon's lightsaber if you want to put him inside with or without it. So I love the detailing for the bottom parts. And let me show you how to store his lightsaber on that spot. So it is a piece of cake. So it is a clip right here, and easy to do it like this. There you go. So I haven't done that after I was building this set because I just want to like save it for the review is what I meant to say. And we have a little storage area for Plo Koon since there's only two light gray studs to set him down. And easy to do that. You can't put Plo Koon's arms and legs up like this. And there you go. Since I haven't done that after I was done building the set, so there you go. Now this is what the build looks like when you put the minifigure in that little storage area, which is pretty nice. And also those wings, you can adjust them like up and down, like you can position them however you want it to. And so you can put it in like this for like landing mode, since it almost looks like a small triangle when you position it like this, or a small pizza slice. So that looks pretty cool. And you can't just like extend them out like this or all the way down. Well, I would just extend them like this because I like it like this. And as for these stud shooters, easy to fire them out. So that's how you fire them out. Well, that was what I meant to say. Well, I know I didn't do it right, but I just don't want to lose these little slow pieces. So these are like the little blue slow pieces that you get in the set. If you lose one of these, they will give you like a couple of spare ones in the set. So, and let me show you guys what the build looks like without R7 and the stud shooters on there. So if you guys don't want those pieces on there, you can just easily take them off like this. So this is what the build looks like when you remove R7's head and the stud shooters. So like I said, if you guys don't want those pieces on the build, you can easily take them off like I already showed you. So this is what like the top part of it looks like without R7 being in the way. So we have like those four navy blue studs right there. And take a look at the right side again without the stud shooters. I thought it looks pretty nice with or without the stud shooters for the build itself. It's same thing on the left side of the build. So yeah, there isn't that much for this small set, so that is all that you get. So you do get only one play feature, which is the stud shooter play feature, and yeah, you can't put Plo Koon on that little like area. Well, not area. Well, the pilot sees what I meant to say, and store his lightsaber on the bottom part of the ship since you can't see the bit of the holder. So yeah, that is all that you get, and also you do get the head of R7, and that is pretty much it. So I love the color scheme and everything else for this little small set. So I don't have anything else to say about it, but that is all I've done so far right here. So that is it for the entire set. Now let's move on to the overall, this is a nice little set. So I honestly bought it because of that Plo Koon minifigure. So once again, I'm very happy that LEGO brought him back after all these years, since they made a set for him just one time, which is his old look of that Jedi Starfighter. Since if I remember this correctly, I feel like my brother and I used to have that set at the same time. Well, actually, it was just me since I was a kid, but all these years later, I tossed it away because of spring cleaning since last year. But at least I'm glad they made a Microfighter set for it since I could get my hands on the updated minifigures. So I love the nice design for the updated head. I love how they kept it the way it is. Well, it's supposed to be like that, since I feel like it's like a plastic, well, hard plastic or a rubber look to it. So at least it still looks good, since I love the front and back torso printing, the waist, hip, actually, yeah, the hip, leg, and toe printing is what I meant to say looks phenomenal, because I love the design for his Jedi robe outfit that we've seen like Revenge of the Sith. So, yeah, I love that design for Plo Koon, since they totally know the minifigure, and he does come with that classic blue lightsaber as his accessory. So, yeah, at least I love the design for the character itself. They really did a good job with the printing for his torso and legs, and the head sculpt looks pretty good since they really know the design for that. And we do get the headpiece for the astromech droid, which is R7. So, yeah, that's like the only piece that you get in this set for the lineup itself. So I love the printing design for R7's head, which is pretty nice, but where on earth is the rest of his body? But I get it's just a Microfighter set, but like I said, and I know this is the final time I'm going to say this, hopefully in the future, LEGO will make a bigger version of Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter that will actually have the full body of R7, because I would love for that to happen in the future, because I just wanted LEGO to make that as a updated set or just a remake of it. And as for the Starfighter itself, it looks pretty nice, since I love how colorful it is, because again, I love everything that is pretty colorful, since I love the navy or dark blue pieces, if you want to call it, along with those white pieces. And the stud shooters are pretty nice. So I love how we get only one storage compartment for his lightsaber, which you can see on the bottom part of the ship. Well, technically just the lightsaber hilt itself. And once again, if you guys don't want the stud shooters and the astromech droid on the ship, you could just easily remove it if you want. Or you could just leave R7 and ditch the stud shooters if you wanted to. But yeah, at least I still dig the build for that. I love how you can adjust the wings like in a straight up position, so you can make it as like a small triangle or a pizza slice, well, a small pizza slice. Or you could just angle it however you want to. Well, I'm just going to keep it like this because it's just how the whole ship really is. So yeah, I'm glad I got this set. At least it is the cheapest way to get Plo Koon. Well, at least $15 is a fine looking price. Well, I mean, it could be like well, it could have been like a $10 price tag, but at least it's not so bad after all. I thought this set is pretty nice, as I mentioned earlier, but I mostly bought this set because of the Plo Koon minifigure, because I miss having the old version from like 2010 or 2011 is what I'm thinking, but still, at least it is pretty nice to have him back, and at least this is a pretty nice little set. So I don't have anything else to say about it, but that is all I've gone so far right here. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the same button. And don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about this set for the lineup. I'll see you later.